Speaking of Wirtz, he's a special talent.
Yeah, he makes really difficult things on football pitches look easy, and you've seen that already. I've loved that he's realised that part of getting ahead at Liverpool is always knowing where Mo Salah is.
Yeah.
That if you always know where Mo Salah is, you'll be all right. That's you've seen that already, and I think what excites me about that relationship is I think Salah, for instance, had a really good relationship with Trent. And I think he had a really good relationship going back with Jordan Henderson. And I think at times last season you got to see him have a really good relationship with Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
And he had a really good relationship with Firmino. These are all good players that I've described. But what's already struck me, that it feels to me as though the sort of relationship he could end up having with Florian Wirtz is a bit like the one he's got with Van Dijk, which is it can happen over 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards.
Yeah.
And that to me is really exciting from a Liverpool point of view, because it just will help Liverpool with those transitions, both vertical and horizontal. Find that space, go from there, and Wirtz to me looks special because he looks already like he's got that. He looks like he's got an incredible ability to find space, and then it's things around the little touches. And I don't quite know how you defend him. I think we've seen already in the games, you try to go tight, he can spin you and then run away from you. Mm-hmm. You try to give him space, well, he'll exploit that space by being able to then pick out his next pass. I think he could be an exceptionally difficult footballer for Premier League defences to deal with.
Yeah, and I don't think it's quite sunk in yet that Liverpool have signed the scale of the talent that Liverpool have signed. I think there were times in the games where we just sort of almost looked like he was playing a different sport to everyone else because he's just so technically brilliant and so quick. Do you think, in terms of Liverpool's most exciting signings over the last 10 years, do you think he ranks right up there?
I think he does. I think there's something in what we ended up getting with Suarez. You know, Salah is in tons of ways Liverpool's most successful attacking signing, but that sort of sheer almost bloodlust of the Suarez 13-14 season, you know, Liverpool, and we see bits of that early. For instance, it's quite early on he sets the 3 goals up for Dirk Kuyt against Manchester United, and that really made you go, oh my God, the sky could be the limit with this guy. Whereas I think with Salah, even in the 44-goal season, there was just almost like a bit of a slow burn in terms of the scope of his talent. But I think with Wirtz, the other thing to point out is he's 22. You know, I've enjoyed this he is younger than Harvey Elliott thing that's gone round, which does sort of make you go, Christ. You know, we've just watched Harvey Elliott run the show for England, for the England under-21s, and yet he's come back a little bit later, so he's not quite as sharp. But I think Harvey Elliott's a brilliant player. I think he would start for 16 of the Premier League sides on a pretty regular basis. I think with Liverpool, it became a little bit difficult for him last season with the injury. So I don't want to feel like this is cheap. I think you can see that Wirtz is a notch above, and that is unspeakably exciting. And I think he's capable of anything. The sky is the limit for what he could achieve at Liverpool. Yeah,
absolutely. Now there has been a lot of talk with Wirtz coming in about what that means for Dominic Szoboszlai and where he will play. To me, sort of one of the biggest learnings from pre-season is that Dominic Szoboszlai is going to play a lot of football for Liverpool this season.
Yeah, I think if Liverpool go deep into the Champions League, which we all want them to, I think there's a chance that Szoboszlai ends up with the same number of minutes playing Premier League and Champions League over the course of the season. I think there might be a little bit more of a selection decision from time to time, but I agree with you. I think that Szoboszlai's just going to play football. I think that they're going to find ways to get him in and get him involved at every single opportunity. I think the other thing that helps is, my God, he looks fantastic. Like you get the impression if they were playing Bournemouth tomorrow, he's ready. I think you could say that for Gakpo as well. I think you could always say that for Salah. But you come back at times from pre-season. I mentioned Gravenberch before, and a few look pre-seasony. You know, that's not to say not pre-seasony like in 1983 where they were overweight, but they just look like the sharpness has ebbed.
Yeah.
Looks so sharp, doesn't he? I agree with you. I think he's going to play a hell of a lot of football for Liverpool. Precisely where, I think, his physicality and his brain. I think we can't just reduce him to, he runs. No, he doesn't just run, he runs exactly the way the manager wants him to, in the areas the manager wants him to, making those decisions as the manager would want him to. So I think his brain is really important as well. And the other thing is, I think this is true of a few of these Liverpool players, he also now is a Premier League champion.
Yeah.
And I think that he's had that air about him as well. And the same thing for Gakpo. I was struck when I looked up Gakpo's honours, because he won an Eredivisie when he basically got one appearance, and apart from that he'd not won a major honour. And now he has. You know, he has, Szoboszlai has, Jones has. I think Jones has looked good as well. We've talked about McAllister being a World Cup winner, but now he's won a major club honour as well. You know, I think there's a few of these lads. Konate has won and been to a European Cup final with Liverpool, but he wasn't there when they won the league or the Champions League. Now he has. You know, I think there's a few of these lads now who've got that in them as well, and Szoboszlai especially, I think he's going to impress.
I hope you're enjoying this free show at the moment. Loads of excellent, exciting stuff on the Anfield app. If you want to be part of the whole thing, you can download the Anfield app and go from there, or you can subscribe via the YouTube membership as well for video-only content and other bits and pieces. We love doing these shows. We love that you watch them. So come, be part of the journey with us.